Welcome everybody, it's Sarah, the Socially Awkward Seller, and I appreciate you spending your time with me. It is Sunday night. I thought I'd show you a couple of things that sold over the weekend. I didn't have an over-the-top weekend, but I had some decent sales. Without shipping, I sold about $220. Honestly, that was like late Friday and Saturday, because I haven't sold anything today. But you know, there's still a couple of hours left, so I'm not worried about it. And I did not ship on Friday evening, Saturday morning, because I was out of town. Went to see the grandkids in Kentucky, and let me tell you, we played some games that I've never heard of before, and I'm trying to remember. One was called Castle, board games. One was... We didn't actually play Monsters Cthulhu. I think we played a game called Monsters, and then we played a card game called Batman. But anyway, we played some games, and I forgot how bonding that is when you just sit with kids and play games. And of course, I played games with the other adults too. So I had a great time there. But you know, whenever I go on vacation or go out of town or whatever, it always throws my allergies out of whack, which is why I look this way. So do not be alarmed. It's just allergies and sneezing and all of that, which is why I look so rough. But let's just jump into what sold. I had a couple of auctions, and I think just one maybe, auction end. And that is this piece. Prepare yourself for something awful. I warned you, did I not? This is a piece of Homeco. It's actually like a lantern wall mount. And someone dressed it up with these really lovely silk flowers and dried flowers. And I thought, you know what? I'm going to try and sell it this way. Well, guess what? This is too tacky for color TV. Let me tell you. So I put it at auction. I ran it through auction maybe 5, 6 times. Finally got a $1.99 bid on it plus shipping. So I can get rid of this. And that did basically cover the cost of the piece and the fees associated with it. So, you know, sometimes you lose, sometimes you win, sometimes it gets rained out, you know. I bought this Bop It Extreme, I think, for $2 a month or so ago. And this sold for $19.99 plus shipping. I sold this actually Thursday night, and I didn't ship on Friday because I was just gone. Fortunately, I had that 2-day handling time. This is out of a bag of Cuisinart parts that I got for $1.99. This sold for $9.99 shipped, and I have a lot of other accessories that go with it. I don't know whatever possessed me to sell this or to buy this, but this is just a gold colored Corbel. And I like them. I'm drawn to them, quite honestly. I've had this for a while. I don't think I paid very much for it. And this ended up selling for, it says I paid 99 cents for it. This ended up selling for $22.98 plus shipping for a total of $29.58. This is my first pair of sunglasses or eyeglasses that I've bought that I have sold. So I went through a period of time where I was buying and buying and buying, and I never actually sold any until now. This is a pair of Marc Jacobs that I got for 50 cents, and these sold for $16.99 plus shipping for a total of $19.84. Remember that movie, that book, 1984, post-apocalyptic kind of thing? Which makes now pre-apocalyptic. Have you ever thought about that? When you hear the term post-apocalyptic and it talks about a time in the future where there's a dystopian society and it's Mad Max, it's way beyond Thunderdome. Yeah, well, that makes now pre-apocalyptic. I was just thinking about that in the car. I probably should just turn the radio louder. I sold this really hideous Tooth Fairy bank which you're like, that's not crazy, like a tooth fairy bank. That's nice. You know, you're teaching kids to save their tooth money. Except this is a spot for them to put their teeth too, and I find that very disturbing. I bought this, I think, for $2 and sold it for $24.99 plus shipping for a total of $31.82. Just two more items, if you'll bear with me. I sold another one of these ProTech humidifier filters. It's funny because I've had these, I know, for a year. And I sold one last week and one this week. Maybe it's the season. I don't know. But anyway, that's going to go first class. It's really light. And then this was the big sale of the week. If you'll remember, not that long ago, a few weeks ago, I bought these for $7.50, I think is what I got them for. There was this Tinkerbell, which I think is just adorable. And that price was for all of these. $7.50, I'm pretty sure, for all of these. And here's the last one. Just gorgeous, cute little art. And I was running a promotion this weekend, so if you purchased excuse me, if you spent over $60, you got an additional 10% off, I think. And oh, I did pay $14.99 for these. These ended up selling for $67.49 for all of them. And they are shipping overseas. And so I'm just paying the shipping to Erlanger, Kentucky. Actually, they paid for the shipping to Erlanger, Kentucky. But I just thought those were adorable. And so I had to buy them. I am not like a Disney collector or any of that, but I do have a soft spot for those. So last week before I went out of town, I spent some time, and then Holly and I spent some time inventorying one half of the storage unit. Unit is basically what we got done. And in that half, the storage unit, I think we pulled one tub for sure, and maybe like it was either overflowing or there are two tubs of inventory that was not listed. Crazy. I don't know. I don't understand how sometimes inventory kind of falls off. I don't know if I just overlook it and don't relist it, if I change my mind about it. I don't know what happened, but now I've got all of this inventory that I need to decide what to do with, and a lot of it I'm probably going to list again, especially now when sales are starting to pick up, and I've started to do a better job of writing listing titles, and that has been an outcome of some of the information that was released in the eBay Open last month. I think it was last month. While I was on my way down to visit my family, I just happened to meet my friend Chrissy in Cincinnati, and we shopped, and that was awesome because I love Chrissy and I love shopping. And you know, we went to the Goodwill outlet, then we went to Valley Thrift, and then we went back to Goodwill outlet. And I'm not going to tell you what I spent because, for one, I don't remember really, and for two, half of what I spent was probably for me or my family. So I am going to show you the pieces that I bought, and I will tell you what I think I paid for them, because you know, at the outlet it's really hard to know exactly sometimes, so without doing a lot of investigating. Oh, one other thing that sold that I didn't show you was a Pillsbury bread and dough maker machine, and I picked that up for a couple of bucks at a little thrift store, and I sold that for $39.99 plus shipping for a total of $49.08. So just wanted to add that. It happened to catch my eye. So let's talk about what I picked up at the bins. This is made by a company called Board Bags, and I can't find much on them, but there are tags attached to this. This is, I think, either a ski board or a surfboard. I think it's probably a ski board because surfboards are longer. Bag. And it does have some soiling on it that I'm going to try and get out, you know, like spot clean. But it is new with tags. I got this at the bins. It's lightweight. It doesn't weigh a pound probably. And clothing there is 99 cents, I think. So, you know, I paid about $1 or so for that. This was at the Valley Thrift. This is a Versace eyeglass case. It says Versace on the inside too. It's in pretty decent condition. And I paid 69 cents for it. $15, maybe more. I didn't even look it up. And I honestly didn't look up a lot because the stores were so crowded. And I just kind of went with my gut. And I'm sure some of these are going to be fine and some of them not so much. And that's the way it goes when you don't do your research. And sometimes when you do your research, it still will take a long time to sell. Or, you know, it's something that sold before that's not in the market. You know, there's not a market much for it anymore. Rosetta Stone. Now, listing this on eBay will get it pulled in an instant. You'll find listings on there. You'll find solds on there. But this is a good way to get a Vero complaint by listing Rosetta Stone. It's off limits. You cannot sell it on eBay. But there are other markets. I may try and sell it on Facebook Marketplace or you know, one of the local things like that. It's Italian, which is good. It's not like, you know, whatever, like Mandarin Chinese, which is actually probably not a bad language to pick up either. But this is a pretty popular language that people want to learn. You know, it's not like Polish or something, or Norwegian. I don't even know if that's a language. Dutch or something. Italian is something that a lot of people want to learn. A lot of people visit there. And I'm not saying taking anything away from the other countries or the other languages. I'm just saying from a marketing standpoint, this is probably good, a good one to have. I've got a German one. I think that isn't honestly listed right now over in the storage unit that I have pulled that I need to relist on Facebook Marketplace. But anyway, this is Italian. This came from the Goodwill outlet. So probably $1.50 on that. And I should be able to sell that for 40, 50, something around there. Who knows? I did buy this for myself, but unless it's like worth money, and I doubt that it is. This is called Pintron, which is probably a company, but this is a really cool Contigo mug where you have to push the button somewhere. Oh, push the button on the back to even get liquid out. And it's got this great compartment for your driver's license or credit cards or money. And I just thought that is a really cool thingy. I might play around with this for myself. Who knows? But they make really quality drinking containers, thermoses, and what have you. This is called Holy Family Advent Wreath. This is what it looks like. Hello. And this came from the Christian bookstore. And it looks to be new. The candles don't look like they're used. I think I can get $30 to $40 for this, and I paid $2 for it. I think you know my boyfriend here. He's a pretty big SpongeBob. SpongeBob has a big following. Like my daughter is a huge fan of SpongeBob. And I thought I would give him a wash because he is kind of grungy. Look. He is kind of dirty. And see if there's a market for him. Again, I didn't look it up, but if there's not, after it's nice and clean, I'll just give it to my daughter, who is an adult. I get it. She's an adult. She's got a kid, though. She could totally play it off. All right. This is called the Fun in the Fridge Snowman. This is from Hallmark. It looks like he's been used before, and I did not test him, but you put him in the fridge, and whenever you open the door, he sings or says something funny. And I thought, that is really cute. If he works, he goes for about 30 to 40 in the upcoming season. And I paid $4.99 for him. And hopefully he'll work. You know how much I don't like to pay up for things like that. Again, I did not check this out. I paid $1.99 for it. This is a cedar box that says the Holy Bible on the top. And it's got this inside. And basically, this is a Catholic edition Bible. And it's excellent. It doesn't look like it's been handled much. So I thought for $2, I thought I could probably make a decent return on that, especially having this presentation box. So we'll see. I'll have to do some researching on that. Something I've historically done well on, the market has slowed a little bit in the last year or so on these, is Beyblade, the tops. These are launchers for them. This little box I think is worth about $10 by itself, but it does have some of the tops inside, some of the metal weights for it. Not a whole lot in here, but I should be able to get 15 or 20 for this. I think there's some more tops in another bag, and I got that at the Goodwill outlet, so it didn't cost very much. I didn't look this up. This is called a Braun Multi-Quick. I did get this at the outlet. It weighs about 2 pounds, I'm guessing. And it looks new. I think it's new in the box. Yes, it is new in the box. Don't you love it when a plan comes together? I'm hoping that I can get about 20 to 25 on this. I love Christmas season because people will be buying, and that's a good thing for people to buy. Just a couple more things. So this is just awesome. And it could be bought as a Christmas present, or with Halloween coming up, this would be a great part to a costume. So a kid can wear it like this. I'm not all the way in it because my head's really big. And
all right, it's web slinging time. That's true. I'm Spider-Man.
Yeah. Or I could just wear it while I thrift. Who knows? But I just thought that was fun, and I did get that at the outlet. This is worth maybe $15. This is, I believe, a Typewriter for like the Emperor or the Death Star or something. I don't know these things. Anyway, it's in really good condition. It's not old. It's from like 2003. I'm sure it was a part of some movie release. And it's only worth about $15. But again, I probably paid $1 or less for that. And I like to sell Star Wars stuff. You'd think I'd know a little more about the items, actually. Two more things. I bought this lot of Christmas cards. There's 2 boxes. There's 18 in each box, and this is one where you place a family photo. I paid $1.99 for these. I can probably get 20 for those. This is a cool digital photo frame with remote. I got this at the outlet. It is used, but I'm hoping that it works. It has an 8-inch frame, and I usually do okay with these. And if I don't, I like to do photo collages where I can integrate the photo frame in with all of the photos of the collage, and it's, like a moving photo. It's really great. So, if it turns out to be lemons, we'll just make some lemonade. I got this at Church Thrift Store on Thursday. This is a Smith Corona typewriter. I always do decent with these. This one was on clearance. I paid, what did I pay? Tell them what I paid, Johnny. I paid $3.25 for this, if you can believe it. And it will get me about 40 to 50. Now, I did buy this. It's called a high-speed DVD maker. Yeah, it's not worth anything. And then, let me just rotate to the mess. I did buy this little carousel at the Goodwill outlet. They sold it to me for $4. It's a little beat up, and it doesn't have a maker's name on it. And I think these bottom lights were supposed to work. So I'm not really sure what I'm doing with it yet. It may be that I either sell it locally for someone that may want to like repair it or whatever. Because it's, you know, it's got some trim missing on it and stuff like that. Or I may donate it to somebody, I don't know. So something that came up today, I bought these. These are called Speedy Racers, Nitro Speeders. And this one does not have the car. This one does have the car. I got these at the Goodwill outlet. It was about $1 for these. And I'm going to try and get $20 for those. Yeah. So anyway, what was brought to my attention today was something I think that affects all of us at one point or another. And that is someone was kind of reaching out because they were having self-doubt. And I mean, there are days when, or moments or hours where I would like to throw in the towel and just say, why am I even doing all of this? You know, I spend a lot of time doing eBay. I spend a lot of time sourcing, shipping, listing, you know, storage unit, and, you know, and it does at times feel like pressure, but I honestly enjoy it. I don't have to do it. I do have the luxury of having a husband that can pay all of the bills. But I like doing something, and I like having some extra money to spend. So that's plus it's something I enjoy. So it's that, those are the things that drive me. But we all get that inner voice that tells us that we're never going to do it, that we're not enough, that everybody's better than us. Look at where they are. And what you don't see, especially when you're comparing yourselves to others, you don't see the effort that they made to get there. Sometimes, especially if it's YouTubers, and I'll caution you, most are legit. You know, I'll be real frank. Most of the YouTubers are legit, but you know, they will spend 80 hours working on eBay instead of 40 hours working for somebody else. So they're really putting the effort in. They are really selling the product that they're showing you that they're selling. But there are some that are being dishonest with you. They're working either harder than they're letting you know, or they're not making the money that they're telling you that they're making. But you cannot compare yourself to other resellers, in that we're all different. We have all different abilities. I struggle with like reports and data and organization. Other people are bogged down by the need for order and data and information, and so that it stops them from being productive other places. Some people don't have they don't have the knowledge yet. They're selling, they just don't, they haven't built that knowledge base yet to pick good products. Some people live in a thrift desert where there's just not good places to source locally. So everybody has obstacles. And whenever you're comparing yourself, you are comparing your entire journey or your bad days, your worst days to their highlight reel. And you can't do that. So remember that as long as you're able to get up and list something and move toward a goal and overcome an obstacle and, find your community, you're gonna get there. It may take you longer than other people. It may take you less time than other people. You know, don't define your success by somebody else's standard. You figure out what your success is and be content in that and live in that moment. Just live right then. Wish I had had a better weekend? Sure I do. But a lot of folks didn't have sales at all or many sales. And I'm going to count myself grateful for having what I have. So anyway, I just wanted to bring that up. Don't compare yourself to other folks. You're different. Their circumstances are different. And you define what your success is. Do not let this society, this corporate thinking society, tell you what your success is, because only you can define that. And it does not have to be agreeable to everyone else. All right, I'm done with the whole soapbox thing. I am going to get the stuff packaged up because I'd like to not get up at the butt crack of dawn in the morning to get it shipped out. And I am going to list a couple of things, one or two, and then I'm going to call it a night. Thank you all for being here. Thank you all for listening to my silly ramblings over and over. I really appreciate it. You guys are my community. You mean more to me than you could ever know. You have helped me grow tremendously. I learn stuff every single day from you guys. And it's fantastic. Anyway, that's all I've got for today. Just remember that the dream works when you do. So keep dreaming and keep working, and I'll see you the next time.